guys, let's get started creating our actual URL path for Twilio. This is going to actually make the path that Twilio's API is going to call, send the text that we sent Twilio, and then get a sentiment analysis, get the message that we want Twilio to respond to us with, and then actually respond to us. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this text. I'm actually going to cut it. And I'm going to create a new function, def sentiment analysis. I'm going to create a variable to be passed into this, and then I'm going to paste all my code here. The reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want this code to get blocky. I don't want it to be unreadable. Since we're going to be reusing the sentiment analysis, let's go ahead and just create this as a function itself. And then to get our basic sentiment URL working again, we can say return sentiment analysis, and then I am having a good day. That should call this function with the message variable being set to I'm having a good day. This should all work the same. If I hit refresh, oh, of course, I had a bug in my code and I hit save, so you have to restart your API. If it does crash, you do have to restart the Flask server. So just be aware of that. So now if I hit refresh, wow, I'm glad you're having a good day, so it works perfectly. And this way we can just segment this code away. We don't have to look at it again, really. It just makes our code a lot easier. So let's go ahead and create a new app.route. And we're going to call this SMS for Twilio. So Twilio will hit a URL with the path name SMS, and that'll run this code. It's important that we now set our methods to post, because a Twilio request is a post request. And we're going to call our function def SMS. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started preparing for the Twilio request. There are a couple of things in this code that will not make immediate sense. It's because we don't actually have Twilio talking to our server yet. So bear with me. Once we have Twilio talking to our server, I'll go back through this code and explain to you why we did some of the things that we did. But for now, let's just get it up and running. So go ahead and head up to your imports. We're going to import from Twilio. We're going to import twiml. Okay? And then that's it for our imports. That's the only thing you have to add. In our SMS function, we're going to create a variable called response. And that's going to be twiml.response. This is going to create a response that Twilio is really it's used to. So whenever we send this response to Twilio, Twilio will be like, oh, okay, I understand what you're sending me. We're going to get the body of the request. This is a post request, and Twilio likes to send the body of the text message in the URL, or in the form of the URL. So that's going to grab the actual text. For fun, we're also going to grab the number that sent the request, or that sent the text, because Twilio also saves the number that is sent. So we're going to go ahead and print out that number so you guys can see. You can add a cool if statement to block any number that isn't your number if you wanted to do something like that. I did that personally on mine whenever I was doing this the first time around. But just for now, let's go ahead and just get this basic stuff done. So we're going to create our message, and that's going to equal sentiment analysis, and we're going to pass in the body of our text message, and that's going to run through all of our sentiment analysis code, and then going to return the message that we have selected. So whether or not our body of the text is good, bad, okay, it's going to return the message, and it's going to be sent. It's going to be set there in the message variable. Then, basically all of the code for this is done. We're going to have our response message. We're going to pass in message into that. This is something for Twilio. Twilio likes a very structured response, so we are going to, in the, you can think of it as a dictionary. We're going to be sending in the dictionary the message variable to message. It's not that simple, but you can think of it that way. We have to set the response.message to the message that we want to send Twilio. And then we are going to return the string version of our response. Okay, you guys, so next up is going to be dealing with how we're going to get this code into Bitbucket, and then deploying it to probably AWS's EC2 instances. That's free. I'll also create a spin-off video for getting this hooked up with ngrok. It is simpler to do it with ngrok or ngrok or however you want to pronounce it. But ngrok requires money. I think it's like $20 to $30 to get an ngrok URL. So obviously Amazon EC2 instances are a lot more feasible for some people, but I personally really like ngrok. You can also probably do this part on Heroku, which I will probably make a video about doing that as well, just because I kind of like how Heroku works. The only problem with Heroku is that if you wanted to have this function talk to something on your local machine or have a database or anything like that, then you're kind of stuck with the same problem because Heroku doesn't push any of your other resources up, or at least I haven't been able to do that yet. So yeah, this is our basic Twilio app code. We are going to pick this up in the next video. Talk to you guys later.